Hello there. It's time to go fight some more dragons.
Those are all just rumors.
I think I have already done the thing. Yeah, so I've already talked to these guys, so they're saying that the next one is supposed to be the fire dragon in the volcano. And I believe that I recharged the Eye of Innos last time. Energy pulses through the eye, so I should be all set. Don't really have any other quests that I can work on. There's probably still a bunch of enemies or respawned enemies or things that I can kill around here for XP, but I don't really want to go out of my way to do all that because I spent so much time the last session that I played. It was like a 3 or 4 hour session, but I spent so much time running around fighting enemies that I just don't really want to do that again. So if there's just anything in the way, sure. Excuse me, but as of right now, I think like I'm pretty strong and should be set for probably the rest of the game at this rate, as long as I, you know, keep exploring and doing at least most of the things, even if I'm not being super hardcore min-maxing about getting all the XP and all that stuff. What was that? Heavy orc axe? Eh, those are boring. Actually, I guess I never went inside Zardas's actual tower, so I might go do that, because I think there's like some stuff that I can get there. Meanwhile, these wargs continue to just destroy me. Do I not have like any defense? Why do I have... Oh, I have no amulet equipped. That's good. Ah. And there's still another freaking warg. Are you serious? Oh my god, a bunch of fire lizards, of course. Also, I think Urshak might be around. He's supposed to spawn here at some point. It might be in Chapter 4. There he is. He's probably going to be mad at me. Oh, man, that's not him. That's just an orc shaman. See if there's probably gonna be a bunch of things. NPCs are all gonna die. Yep, I might even die here. Holy crap.
One less monster around.
What are you doing? Why are you walking toward that? Thank you. What are you... Oh my god. Ah! Can you guys not aggro every damn thing everywhere in the map? You guys are just gonna die! Stay in your little mine. They won't attack you if you don't come to them. Just leave them alone.
One less monster around.
Where are you going? Jeez, you're so far from your base. Oh, that's too much freaking stress, and there's like, what? Oh, Jesus, stop aggroing everything, you idiots! And there's one more dumbass dead. I don't have the patience for this shit. Oh, I just killed Jurgen. Look at that. Fortunately, I didn't kill him, but this looks like Tangron, dumbass, is dead. Ah!
Nothing to be had there.
I mean, I guess this is supposed to be like...
We'll see the next time.
This is supposed to be like, oh, the situation is getting dire. People are actually dying. And like, dynamic situations, and orcs are attacking places that were safe before. But, in reality, it's exacerbated by these idiots just deciding, oh, let's just go wander off and go fight these really powerful, menacing enemies that can kill us in 2 or 3 hits because of what might be just considered broken pathfinding. Like usually when I play this game, I'm like adamant about trying to keep people from...
Alright,
Yeah, whatever. Trying to keep... Shut up!
So you killed the leader of the pack. And did you get the claws?
No.
You should do that.
I did, and then I turned him in before I talked to you. And meanwhile, while I ran off and killed all those things, all these bastards' corpses disappeared, so I don't even get to loot everything off of them. This is really irritating. Well, like, normally when I play this, I try to be really careful about not letting people die, and then look, like, everybody except Jurgen and 2 miners, 3 miners died. Everybody out here except Jurgen died, and I almost killed him accidentally. Man. Well, we got these orcs. Oh god, there's dragon snappers up here too. It's like, this is what I didn't want to do, because there's too many enemies in this game to like go around and fight everything. Oh jeez. And of course I get both of them. But fortunately, they're gonna get distracted by the orc corpse, and then I'll be able to get a couple hits off here. What? Oh, I thought the other one was dead. Please turn to the right! Ah! I'm just not in a good mood. Like, I'm tired and I've got some sort of like allergy thing going on that's making my nose a little runny. And so like, these minor annoyances are just really aggravating me right now. I decided I wasn't gonna play Bloodborne because I didn't want to get stressed out while I'm feeling kind of tired and whatever. And now, good old Gothic, which I know inside out, like the back of my hand, is stressing me out. Okay. Oh, wrong button. I have 408,000 XP. How did I get such like a perfect round number this late in the game? Like with all the random 25 or 60 or 55 or maybe it's not 55 but like 75. With all the random numbers of XP, how did I end up with exactly 408,000? Alright, so here is where the bridge used to lead into the old orc village, and then towards the Sleeper's Temple, which is collapsed in this game, but in reality there's nothing to do back there, and they sort of like de-rendered a bunch of stuff back there. Like they took assets out of that map, I think. Okay, I think this is Urshak, finally.
Krotak Jabbath! Wait! Me know you. You friend human with soft voice. Friend kill evil demon Krushak.
Krushak.
You picked a funny time to cross my path. I almost killed you. What are you doing here?
Urshak look over land and see what become of land and my people.
I hate this horrible camera angle with this damn little tree in my face, so we're just gonna adjust that. Okay, so this is Urshak. He was in the first game, and he is a orc shaman, a rare orc shaman who speaks and understands English. And he was exiled by the orc village or whatever, and you enlist his aid in the first game to get into the Temple of the Sleeper to vanquish the Sleeper, basically. And he makes a return appearance in this game, and I think he's going to be mad at me because I have killed Hoshpak, like the orc shaman leader or whatever.
Why are the orcs attacking the humans?
Urshak always tell orc people that humans know evil and many good friends there. But shaman no listen, Urshak. Urshak still in disfavor with people. So, Urshak know here exactly what big plan of war against humans.
Why are there suddenly so many of you?
Orcs come from mountains, but others come with ships and make big fence.
I can ask him what's behind the long orc fence in the east, but of course I've already been back there.
What is hidden behind the long orc fence in the east?
Orcs always make big fence and home camp for war. Fence good for war. Hide strength of army and protect orcs.
I kind of have to question the motive, though, of sort of invading an area and then building a wall. Because it's kind of like a wall is defensive, and if you're invading, do you necessarily have time to build a wall to defend yourself? Like, I don't know.
What are you planning to do now?
Urshak wait for orc scouts. Bring Urshak to Hoshpak.
Who is Hoshpak?
Be very great shaman. Have great influence on warriors and make big plans for orcs.
Why don't you go to him then?
Urshak try get again honor and old place in council of shamans. But till now, Hoshpak no listen Urshak. Orcs kill Urshak if see him without scouts. Urshak must talk Hoshpak. Maybe lucky today.
Where can I find this Hoshpak?
Have place where can see orc warriors over fortress by big volcano, so Hoshpak can control warriors.
Yeah, so Urshak is supposed to be old buddy pal here, but I think he gets pretty mad as soon as I tell him this.
Hoshpak is dead.
Hoshpak dead? Rush da sock. My heart carry heavy load. Urshak never forget great orc make Urshak shaman.
I understand. Hoshpak was your mentor.
Urshak now must carry burden of grief, must give Hoshpak last rites. Urshak must go. Friend better go over pass. Too dangerous here. Urshak sad if friend human also die. Friend better go over pass now.
Wait a minute.
So maybe he's not mad now, but I think if
Wait a minute.
if I come back later, he'll have made his way over to... Oh.
Friend better go over...
Yeah, you said that already. I think if I make my way over to Hoshpak's old tents, then Urshak will be there, and he will somehow realize that it was me who killed him. Then he gets mad at me. And I think that's really all you can do with Urshak. Like, I don't think there's any alternative quest. Like, you get the quest from the paladins to kill Hoshpak, but I don't think there's any quest with Urshak to, like, help him become an orc shaman to get back in their ranks, or to kill paladins or anything like that. Like, you don't get to... I don't think you get to make any sort of decision or pick a side in that quest, and so it's a little disappointing that Pranabites kind of forces you to piss off what was a friendly ally in the first game because they just don't code any sort of other options for you. Oh man, there's freaking harpies. I mean, whatever. I can kill harpies. They're just kind of annoying because they don't always float down to your planes, so that way you can hit them with a melee weapon. Oh, hello. Forgot that there were seekers in here. Oh, there's seekers behind me. Where did... Was he there that whole time? And he just cast Firestorm or something on me. Oh, he's coming for me. I totally forgot that there were seekers over here. What the hell? Something is attacking something. Harpies are attacking a goblin skeleton. Man, can you just leave me alone? Trying to kill freaking harpies and goblin skeletons before they kill each other so that I can get the XP, and this jerk face is just interrupting me. I'm still hearing like goblin skeletons. I think there's... Well, I hear a demon. I think it's at the top of the tower, so I'm gonna...
There he is.
Explore around down here before I go up to the demon. Oh, I forgot to pick Jurgen's pocket. I guess that's like I kind of need to go back that way to get to the fire dragon, so I can get him on the return trip, I guess. I might be able to get a point of mana out of that old stone tablet. It seems like for every one that you give to Vatras, he gives you a point of mana. Although last time I played this game many years ago, I thought there was something stupid, like if you give him less than 5 or less than 3, then he gives you XP, but if you give him more than 3 at a time or more than 5 at a time or however many it is, then you get 1 XP per, or sorry, 1 mana per tablet. I could be misremembering that, but I've thought there was something really kind of counterintuitive with the way that that worked, where it was like worth saving up a bunch before turning them in. Alright.
There he is.
Isn't there another one that was like already aggroing me? There he is. Right, there's the demon. I heard a seeker.
There he is.
Why are the seekers out yelling at me? And here we have poor old demon can't even fit through a door.
There he is.
Cool graphical effect with the demon dying in like a blue smoky haze. That's cool. The best thing about killing those goblins is I don't have to listen to them make that horrible noise. And there we have the Master Sword, so I have 2 of these now, and if you remember, I bought one for a whopping 2,400 gold, like in Chapter 1. So if I had wanted to, I could have basically just bum rushed it here to get one of those for free, but that kind of takes a little bit more time to get to Chapter 2 and then to get to here, and you have to be able to get past all of these enemies. Like, you don't have to fight and kill the demon. It's totally possible that you could get here and use like a spell, an ice block or something to incapacitate it, and then you know, just run past the goblins maybe to get the Master Sword, but you know, that's tedious, and you know, you're gonna die almost certainly multiple times trying to do that. So I usually just end up buying the thing because I can get it really early in the game, especially if you sacrifice a few health points to Beliar early for 500 gold. Alright, so
There he is.
why is the seeker up there? Is he normally up top there? Ah.
There he is.
I don't seem to have a good angle to hit him. There we go. Fantastic. So that fall would have killed me if I had been playing the unmodded Gothic 2. Because, yeah, after a certain height, falling a certain distance, your character kind of loses control and then falls flat on his stomach or whatever and dies on impact, or takes damage if the fall isn't too high. That fall surely would have hurt a lot, but I used the strafe glitch to avoid taking that damage. Something drew a sword. What? Oh. We have an invisible skeleton. God, I love this DirectX 11 mod. Blood flies. Why are there blood flies up here? How do you even get up here? I have great archery skill. I am considered a marksman with 30% accuracy. I don't know at what distance that applies, but I got 30% marksman accuracy. Okay, so what do we got? Summon demon, that's cool. I don't know what that is. I think that's like a fear spell. Yeah, okay. And then this is probably like teleport to Zardus' tower. Teleport to Ancient Demon Tower, as it is apparently now called. And then this is Destroy Undead. So yeah, that's a pretty good
Nothing
haul.
there.
Good loot to be had here. Not that I'm probably ever going to need to warp to this location ever again, but cool to have the option. Plus I just got a lot of XP. So I think maybe the blood flies were up here. Yeah. It's still a really weird spot to put enemies, because I don't think there's any reason you would ever want to, or need to come up here, or even think to come up here. Like, where does... I don't think this even leads anywhere. I can't grab that. I don't think there's anything up here. It's a weird spot to place enemies. Always more enemies. Oh, there's like more kind of just appeared. There's like 2 more dragon snappers that just snapped into the picture. There's that one dragon snapper just like wandering off. I don't know why he's doing that. He's just like sick of these guys. Needs to get some fresh air. Oh, there's even more up that way. Goodness gracious. And he's coming back. Now that I've killed all of them, he's like, alright, now I can come back to this place. How bizarre. Now this guy's doing it too. He's just randomly deciding that he's gonna hug along the side of this wall. It's like there's a corpse somewhere that it's trying to get to eat, but it can't. And so it's like taking an obnoxiously detoured side path around to get somewhere. Now, is this supposed to be a dig site? Oh, I'm like way past my maps. Okay, it is. So this is one of the mine sites that I forget if it was Diego or Marco or somebody. They were here, and then Fayath, Marcos, somebody. No, it would have been Diego's mining group. I think it was Diego's, maybe, because...
Nothing to be had there.
Something about, I think, like, getting through... breaking through somewhere and then having...
Nothing to be had there.
Like, mine crawlers erupt or something. So I think this is the mine, possibly, that Diego was at when they suddenly... broke through a thing and then got infested with mine crawlers, and there's a dragon snapper. I'm just gonna pull this mine crawler away. This paladin don't even have a sword anywhere, as far as I can see.
Nothing to be had there.
A fine long sword. I think I'm at enough mushrooms I need 4 more shrooms before I can get that. Before I can get another 5 mana. Yeah, I don't think it's... don't think you can ever get ore from that. Like, even though you can mine gold nuggets from gold veins in the expansion area, I don't... Like, that was added after Gothic 2, since that was the expansion that came out later. So I don't think you could actually get ore in the original game. Or in Gothic 2, I should say. Even Gothic 1, like, you could do that animation where you pull out your pickaxe and start working on it, but I don't think you ever could mine lumps of ore or ore nuggets from that. And this must be the crawler nest that they broke into. Silvestro, and he's got a note. From the King's Paladin, Silvestro. Another day of scraping awaits. Today we intend to break through the wall and dig deeper into the rock. I've got a bad feeling about this, so I'm gonna have the ore hidden away. Diego's the only one of us who knows his way around here. I have to trust him. He'll take the chests to safety, but I'm not letting him go alone. The ore must be protected at all costs, so I'm sending 2 knights to go with Diego. Long live the king, Silvestro.
Nothing to plunder.
So in the
Nothing there.
event that you get here before running into Diego, which is, I guess, somewhat improbable because Diego is sort of near the entrance to this orc. Well, the whole Valley of Mines is orc territory now, but in Gothic 1 this was considered orc land, and it was pretty much uncharted. Like, you didn't even have... It wasn't even marked on your map. It was just a blank spot because cartographers never got to explore these areas. But, like, Diego is kind of at the entrance to this area. And this is pretty far back, so I think most people probably find Diego first. But in, like, on the chance that you get here before encountering Diego, his note kind of says, oh, okay, you need to go look somewhere else.
Nothing there.
To get the ore. I guess that's about it for this area. And what else is there? I guess I should can point out that there's a bow. Okay, now these bones kind of look like a bow lying on the floor. But in Gothic 1, this is the path you had to take to get to Zardas's tower. And it was kind of like a little mini puzzle where you had a couple of elemental golems, and so you had to use the correct... Oh, there's a rock golem. So you had to look up what the different golems were weak to in the Water Mage's library. And it's all fairly logical and intuitive. Like the fire golem was weak to water or ice, and then the ice
Nothing there.
one was weak to water Or sorry, the ice golem was weak to fire, and then like the stone golem was weak to blunt attack, so it had to be attacked with a hammer. Things like that. So like you could probably intuitively figure it out, but they had a little thing where they wanted you to go into the, well, this guy's having a fun time. They wanted you to go into the library and actually look it up in a book to sort of give you a little bit more of like an arcane lore sort of explanation for why that would be the case. Interesting little lake, but I don't think there's anything out there to find. And I already went inside the Zardus' old collapsed tower, so I don't need to do that again. Oh, crap, I'm just like... I said, like, at the start of the stream that I didn't want to... Oh my god. I didn't want to go out of my way fighting things. I just want to get a kill on one of these ones that are weak. Oh, come on! That guy got mistimed on that, and I died like probably 10 minutes ago. Or I saved 10 minutes ago, probably. Holy crap. God freaking hell. What is he doing? This is that meme from the Babadook where the mom is got her screaming kid in the car and is just like turning around yelling at him like, why can't you just be normal? And then he just screams the most high-pitched scream at the top of his lungs. That's how I feel with these stupid enemies like wandering around. Oh, there's actually a quest for Urshak. So that'll, I guess, resolve, like, as soon as I talk to him at Hoshpak's encampment.
Nothing there. Nothing there.
I one-shot that golem. I didn't think I could do that. Alright, now the goal is to not aggro every single one of them. These guys are incredibly easy one-on-one because they have a very simple pattern that you can sort of exploit. Oh, there's a fourth one down there. In fact, most enemies are kind of vulnerable to that pattern, where if you just block or backstep at the right time, then you can usually get a couple attacks in and then be ready to block or dodge again. Oh god. Got hit a couple times there because that first one he was on the incline and he got down really fast. A lot faster than I was expecting. And then once because I mistimed the dodge, and then once because I just stupidly thought he was dead. And so stopped attacking. Alright. Is it even possible for me to loot this guy's corpse? Yes, it is. There's just barely enough spot for me to get some footholding.
Nothing to be had there.
And nothing over here. So the path to the dragon is basically around him to the right. I'm going to make a pit stop to my left to go steal from Jurgen, basically. Oh, and I guess I can also go hit up Urshak before I head up the mountain. There's the strafe glitch. Just trying to save some time here. I think I can pick his pocket if I go all out of my dexterity boosting stuff. So let's try it. Got him. 110 gold, not necessarily that exciting, but the XP adds up over time. Oh look, we got a couple of corpses. Why are these corpses suddenly here? Are these the guys who died outside of the camp? And then their bodies just got warped back here? Ah, man.
Nothing there. Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there.
I might put a few more points into archery before I start popping those stone tablets. Whoop! I hit the wrong button on my chair. Wanted to angle my seat kind of forward slightly, because it was a little bit too much of a reclined position, and then I hit the lower seat, so then I just suddenly fell like about 6 inches down. That was a bit of a surprise. And that sudden movement of the shadow is, I believe, the sun basically moving into position. It seems like with the DX11 mod, the sun only moves like officially on the hour every hour, so it does move throughout the sky throughout the day, but you know, only sporadically in chunks every hour. I guess it probably takes less processing power to, like, change the lighting and run those calculations once every in-game hour rather than once every in-game minute. But it's really jarring when that shift happens. Like I was saying with the Dragon Snappers, if you just time a backstep appropriately, then you can usually get a couple of counterattacks off. And that also applies to those lizards and random other enemies as well. Kind of effective against humanoid opponents too. I was not expecting this. Alright, that must be Urshak.
Krotok! I learned you there when Hushback killed. You make big mistakes, stranger.
I see you have taken his place here. You've been stringing me along. Your position with your people is higher than you wanted to admit. Now you're nothing but a tool of evil yourself.
Stranger right. Urshak filled only with hate and vengeance now. Urshak see big mistake trust evil human. Urshak regret call human friend and help not get killed. Stranger, finally leave valley and go overpass. Urshak no can kill stranger now. Honor of shaman's command, Urshak no kill. Next time we meet, we enemies. You better go now.
So there, it's kind of sad and disappointing that your friend and ally from the first game, they kind of almost retcon him to make him be like more of a evil sort of, not evil, but like more part of the orcish ranks in society than he was made out to be in the first game. And then he turns on you as soon as he finds out that you killed Hoshpak, even though, you know, it seems like there should have been a little bit of maybe a little bit of understanding there. Oh, wrong button. Timed that poorly. What a random hole in the wall for an orc shaman to be hanging out in. He's got an elm bow. That's like really weak for this point in the game. Like the one I'm using does 125 damage. So many fire lizards. Ooh, and a fire golem. Unlike that story I was telling about Gothic 1, I don't think the golems in Gothic 2 have any sort of, like, necessary weakness. These things die so much faster when I get zaps. Ah, there's so many orc men up here. Not orc men, lizard men. Like, why are there just so many enemies in this game? Like, good grief. I summoned that golem hoping that he would be a distraction. And he really wasn't. Or at least not for very long. Oh, now I got the fire golem aggroed on me. That's great. It'd be nice if he could hit these lizard men. Oh, geez, don't back up into another one. Ah. I really don't want to have to fight 6 or 7 of them at once. Good grief. This is absurd, even for this stage of the game. Does my holy arrow at least damage him? Not for much. Can we not get stuck on a damn tree trunk? This is turning into Bloodborne. Like I'm getting stuck on tiny little pieces of the terrain now. I hate this so much. This is dumb as hell. This is what I have to resort to, is hit and run tactics. Oh, alright, we'll just aggro every single one of them. That's great. Oh god. They can get over the fence. Why does my bow do so much more damage than my holy arrow? Did he fall off and die? Boy, that's frustrating. I don't even get the XP for that. God, how many of these are there? Oh, that was the wrong potion. Alright. Now that I have killed a small army of lizard men, and there's still more of them. See, that does 0 damage.
Nothing there.
I'm sure there's gonna be like another 5 or 6 along the path. Maybe more. There's so many wolf skins here. Ah, there we go. Oh, goodness. That golem got off a really quick attack way before I thought he would be attacking. And like it didn't even look like his punch animation went all the way through. It was like he just kind of moved his arm slightly as if to attack, and then suddenly I was losing 40% of my health and getting knocked way the hell back. And I picked up a few rings recently, so let's see if I can figure out what they were. One of them might have been a dexterity ring. Possibly a ring of liveliness. If that's the case, then those are actually pretty good. Of course, I got better and more useful rings to wear, but still, those are not bad. I just really want, like, 4 more mushrooms. Is it too much to ask that I just get 4 mushrooms? See, there you go. Like, he didn't even punch me. He just kind of moved towards me. Man, I can't wait to watch the replay on that and see how little animation he did. In fact, I'm going to see if I can recreate that. See, there we got a punch. Because he was standing still, but when he was running and did a running punch, it was just like, oh, he just kind of slightly almost touched me, like bumped into me. Well, that was fair. He was dead, and then still got the punch off. See, most of the time when that happens, like, it's just a minor inconvenience, like, oh, he hit me one extra time even though he died because of, like, some weird glitch with the way the lightning bolt triggers. But, like, that would have killed me, like, sent me flying way the hell off this mountain and killed me if I hadn't have cheated and enabled the strafe glitch. And even though it didn't kill me, it's an obnoxious waste of my time to force me to have to run all the way back up here again. Alright, finally, we got this dragon. So we gotta switch over to the Eye of Enos. And then I gotta put on my fire defense. Summon demon spell ready. Theomother.
I simply cannot believe that there are truly still people who will forfeit their lives merely to see a dragon in the flesh.
I haven't just come to see you. I rather had something more radical in mind, I'm afraid.
You do not mean to say that you wish to challenge me? Ha ha ha! I shall break your scrawny neck.
Not so fast, my friend. I carry the Eye of Enos with me. You cannot resist my will. Answer my questions or the agony will be unbearable for you.
Ah! Then pose your ridiculous questions while you still can. Your power will not last long.
Who are you?
My name is Theomother, and that is all you will learn about me. Once I can escape the spell of the eye, you will go up in flames.
Every dragon has a hoard where he stores his collected treasures. So where's your hoard?
In a place that will be inaccessible to you. Once I am finally free of the chains of the eye, I keep my treasure high up on the hot cliffs, which should be all but impossible to reach for a wingless human such as you.
Yeah, but you don't realize that I have a jump key?
How can I defeat your master?
He is almighty and nigh unto invincible. Should you be so foolish as to meet him, nevertheless, you will die a slow and painful death.
This isn't the first time I've heard that. Nearly invincible does not mean I cannot kill him. So, out with it. What must I do?
In order to oppose my master, you require things which he would never be able to obtain.
And what would that be?
You must acquire the finest armor known to your earthly community and wear it on your skin. You need a sword which has been blessed by your god, but the most difficult condition of all is that you must win 5 companions who would follow you into death.
Only
then,
5?
And only then can you dare to face the master. The eye has lost its power, and you will not survive the next day.
Oh, oh god. Yep. That's, Run away! Run away! There it is. Alright, go get him, demon! See like how much that demon is pounding on him, like this is just kind of goes to show you how horribly they balanced these dragons. Like the dragons are supposed to be tough and challenging enemies or whatever. They're freaking dragons, but you can summon a demon and then the demon could win that fight all by himself. Like, he doesn't even need me intervening to kill that dragon. I just make it go a little bit faster, basically. That's pretty dumb. But, you know, when the actual fight, the mechanics of it are kind of frustrating and not that good to begin with. Like, these dragon fights, they're pretty lame. When they're not very good fights to begin with, like, I'm kind of okay with having a cheap and easy exploit like that. And that's not even an exploit. Like, that's just using the game's built-in mechanisms. But using, like, a cheap and effective strategy like that, I'm totally okay with that, just to bypass the pain in the neck nuisance of having to deal with the somewhat broken mechanics there. Alright, is there anybody else that I can steal from? Now that I have basically maxed out my thieving ability.
Show.
I really want to get this oak bow because I think it looks cool, and I love that it has kind of like that bluish tealish accent on it, but I don't know that I can get my dexterity up to 140. Oh man, Pharaoh's turned invisible.
Nobody will learn anything from me. Is it really true? For Innos.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
I've got news about the dragons.
Report.
The fire dragon on the volcano to the south will wreak no more havoc.
That's good news. Here, I'll give you some money towards your equipment.
Have there been any more dragon attacks in the meantime?
Luckily not.
And then this must be where they send me to the ice dragon.
I need more information about the dragons. I have this feeling that I didn't get to all the dragons yet. Maybe I overlooked something.
There is a vast region of ice to the west. It wouldn't surprise me if one of the dragons were hiding out there.
Any news?
The orcs seem to...
Alright, that just leaves the one last dragon for this chapter, but
Sooner or later.
it's also in a region that I have not even set foot in, so there's going to be a fair amount there to explore, and also like enemies to fight and things like that. So while I'm kind of jonesing to get out of this chapter and advance to chapter 5, it's going to take me some time to get through.
It can't go on like this.
And since I have reached odd level 41, I can go upgrade the Clawed Beliar, so I'll do that. The closest one that I know of is like off in the woods, sort of on the path from the trading dock, the trading square or whatever. I don't know if there might be one like in the snowy, icy area in the north, but I am not sure about that, and I don't want to go all the way there and then not find one. So I'll just make the trip over here. It's not too far out of the way. Actually, it's kind of on the way, in fact. Meat bug, that's 10 XP right there. Alright. I think it's getting close. close to being fully leveled up, because I think it caps out at 50% chance for extra damage, and it's doing it it's going up like 2% every 2 levels, I think. So I think I can get it maxed by level 47. Maybe I can steal from somebody in here. Yeah, probably not. Grimes is in there. There's good old floating rock. I think I've done all of that. Oh god. So this here, oh, it's orcs. They're not orcs, lizards. These lizards are kind of lame because they're literally just like reskinned orcs. They even use the same weapons, I think. Or maybe it's slightly different. Ah! Can we turn and run? I don't want that equipped. I just want to do this. I don't want to run too far towards the paladin because then he'll get aggroed. Alright, so maybe the lizard sword is technically not an orc sword, but this was an orc weapon in Gothic 1, so the lizards, they're just reskinned orcs, and that's not really that clever or sophisticated or interesting. Oh god, why are there just so many lizards? Man, like I complained about Risen 1 where they just like copy pasted lizards all over the map in the second half of the game, but they clearly got their inspiration from this game. Well, I think it got me a quasi cliff ledge here. That worked out effectively. See, what's interesting is this bow does like 125 damage, and my holy arrow does 100. But the magic spell does way less actual damage in terms of like their health, knocking off percentages of their health. So it's like that either means to me that the enemies have like unrealistically high magic defense, or the game is adding dexterity to my ranged attacks. And it could be either one of those. But I want to say it's more likely that the game is adding dexterity to my ranged attack, kind of like how it adds strength to melee attacks. But I could have sworn that was not actually the case. No, I think maybe it does add dexterity to ranged combat, and it's kind of like Because there's the crossbows. Crossbows use strength as a requirement, but I think they also add dexterity to the damage, sort of like how dexterity weapons still add strength. Or dexterity swords still add strength instead of dexterity. What?! Why does all three of them aggro from that distance? Oh god, now I can't get these attacks to combo right. Come on! This is the stupidest thing. Like, I just... Oh, and they're so fast! Oh god. I'm just not having a lot of fun right now. This is really frustrating me. Oh, there's a dragon hunter over here. I guess I should come talk to these people.
Have you seen a dragon yet?
Not so far, but the beast...
I will sleep in this bed over here to recover health and mana.
All right now, where are those dragons?
Naturally, I can't tell you anything precise, but I've heard that there are supposed... We've seen a red... I swear...
It's a little lame that these
Hey,
guys
you.
don't really get any extra dialogue after they set up camp here. Like, there should really be, like, a little line here or there about, like, so, how's the hunt going, or how's the camp set up, or what are you planning to do next? There should be a little bit of something to acknowledge the fact that these guys have moved and are setting up camp and will presumably be hunting dragons momentarily.
Nothing to plunder.
Okay, so this is the snowy, icy area where the where the mercenary camp from Gothic 1 used to be. And it has now been turned into a icy, snowy landscape because of the ice dragon or whatever.
Hey you, Paladin. Go back to your ore mine. There's nothing here.
Don't you recognize
Understood.
me?
Nobody likes to part with his booty.
You said it. Disappear.
I can totally steal his purse. At least I should be able to. If I can find my dexterity, there we go.
And what if I won't go?
Don't play the big man here, squirt. Otherwise you'll wind up just like those poor swine lying dead back there in the snow.
Those were your people.
Not anymore. No big loss. Those idiots weren't worth much anyway.
What happened to them?
They weren't able to get past the big ice giants back there and got stamped out by them. If you're such a tough guy, why don't you give it a try?
Maybe I will.
Why don't you get rid of them yourself?
Come, come. Don't puff yourself up like that. If you ask me, you're scared shitless.
What's in it for me?
Dunno. Let's say 1,000 gold pieces. How's that sound?
How would it help you if I did it?
It's all the same to you. But to answer your question, I want to go into the ice region. Unfortunately, those damn things are in my way.
Yeah, Silvio and Bolko are pals, and you can see this guy on the bench to the left. I believe that is Bolko. Silvio's supposed to be the guy in charge, and Bolko's like his henchman lackey.
What do you want to do in the ice region?
You don't stop with questions, do you? All right, I'll tell you. Here, behind these cliffs, is a wasteland of ice like you've never seen before. A jewel of an ice dragon is hiding there with his fat hoard. I want it. So
Fat hoard.
what's it to be? Yes or no?
Now, I know that this quest isn't going to play out like
All right,
he
then.
says
Why
it will,
not?
but
Then
I'll
hurry
play
up.
along.
I haven't got all day.
Yep, here's Bolko.
What's the matter?
It's so damn cold here, man. I don't see why Silvio insisted on coming here of all
Also,
places.
your helmet
There's
looks
plenty of other places around where there's
very
something to
ill
be
fit
had.
for your head. Silvio's fits. This guy's helmet is like clipping through his skull. Oh my god, that poor man. Ice wolves, eh? How hard can they be? Somewhere between normal wolves and wargs, it seems. Excuse me. We still got bandits over here, huh? That might be a reference to Gothic 1. Oh, a stone tablet. And possibly goblin berries. Oh, an invisible lurker too.
Nothing there.
Goblin berries. But do I have King Sorrel? Whatever tablet that was that I picked up, it was not for health or dexterity. Alright, so I can brew another dexterity potion. Very nice. That'll get me to 131 dex. Not quite enough to equip a new bow as far as I know. There might be one that needs, or that uses 130 dex. I think I'm at a point now where it costs like 20... Can we not be... There we go. I think I'm at a point where it's gonna cost me like 25 skill points to increase my dexterity by 5. So if I'm willing to drop 50 dex or 50 skill points, I could probably just boost my dexterity another another 10 to be able to use that one bow that I wanted to.
Nothing to be had there.
Or maybe I just equip one of those dexterity things instead of going for as much defense. So Gothic 1 there were, oh, Stone Tablet. There were, like, rogues or bandits or some folks in here sort of making their own swampweed reefers. Sort of like a black market production. And there's bandits here again in this game. Possibly just as a reference. Once again, whatever I picked up was not for dexterity, one-handed combat, or life energy. This is 16, 22. I think I get 30% archery out of that, which is pretty good. Maybe I will just go all in on dexterity. Oh man! Can you just please kill the guy? He's got 1 hit left. Because if the game is actually adding dexterity to my... oh my god, that was so loud. If the game is actually adding dexterity to my ranged attacks, then it's... I can be doing a lot more damage by putting more dexterity into my skills, which will do more damage on its own, and will also let me equip more powerful bows. But again, like, I don't really need that much more damage output. I'm at a point where I can... I could probably just... If I just put more points into ranged combat, I'll just be more accurate, and then I can pop those tablets and get me up to like 80 or 90%. Just that way I can hit more reliably from a greater distance. Alright. What concerns me is I think he's casting Ice Block, which is gonna completely freeze me up, and then I won't be able to do... Oh, and there's two of them. Yep. So now I think they can just kill me. So there's like really no way to fight that in melee combat. Oh, that was the wrong save file. How am I supposed to do this? Please tell me this isn't my only option. I can't even like switch over to target the other one. Oh man. What do you know? Not only do I
Nothing
kill
there.
the two obnoxious
Nothing there.
golems, I gotta level up. It would be very nice for the music to kick back in. There it is. Okay, good.
Your path is clear. Your ice giants are no more.
Good work. Let's see what we have.
Well, just a minute. What about the money?
Where's my
All in its
money?
own good time.
Hey, you! What next?
Well, I'd say it looks pretty bad. The best thing is you go ahead and I'll just follow you.
Are you afraid?
Nonsense. Now cut out the drivel. Now move.
I won't do the dirty work for you.
Coward.
Hey! I thought you were headed for the ice region.
Go ahead in front. I'll be right behind you.
Sure you will. Whoa. He just completely disappeared. It would be nice to get only one of these guys. There we go. It's like amazing how little damage I do without triggering the lightning bolt. Ow. Is this possibly the bow that I was wanting? Yeah, that's the one I wanted. Need 12 more dexterity.
Nothing to plunder.
Rain of fire, it looks like. That's a good spell. It'd be really cool if that tablet that I picked up was a dexterity tablet. Oh, one-handed combat, that's not as cool. Still, that brings me up to 99%. Then I just gotta decide if it's worth dumping an absurd amount of skill points into dexterity to get my natural stat up to 140, yeah. Got seekers over here. Oh god, I didn't even see these guys. Oh god. Can we just please get lightning bolts? Thank you. See, they die a lot faster when I get those lightning bolts. There's Angar. So this is where I was supposed to come to do the quest to get his amulet. but I'd already come here, so I'd already gotten it. And so I have like no more dialogue with him. It's just kind of weird. It'd be really cool if I could get a couple of mushrooms, like exactly 4. I mean, I'll take more than 4, but a minimum of 4 would be nice. What the hell is... like an undead shadow beast? That's weird. I aggroed the shadow beast. Ah! Thank you. Just like this whole delayed deaths that these guys have because of that zapping glitch is really annoying. Goodness. Still no regular old mushrooms. Oh, I see 2. Just need 2 more mushrooms. 2 more mushrooms. I didn't get a chance to see what that was. See how quick that was? When I got 4 lightning bolts. Are there any more mushrooms? I would really like 2 more mushrooms. Just 2 more mushrooms is all I need. I don't know if it was 8, but it was a lot of lightning bolts.
So much for you, filthy beast.
You stay out of this. This is my XP. Oh. See, it does a ton of damage to these skeletons.
There he is.
And then very little to the Seeker. Kind of a weird spot for a seeker to just be hanging out. Might have been an ice arrow rune. Not that I really have any use for it. Ooh, a troll.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
Anything else weird that's gonna aggro me? Don't look like it. Come on, mushrooms. I see mushrooms growing as scenery. There's surely gotta be some actual lootable mushrooms growing here. Of course, there's 3 of them. Did I even, like... Ah, why is he so slow to turn around?
Nothing to plunder.
I think I found my mushrooms. One, two. Alright. That's glorious. Alright, so now I can do this. Can eat my mushrooms. And get +5 mana. Yay! Now I got 153, which is a nice, smooth number. Since a lot of my spells need 10 mana, being 2 points shy of casting another time was kind of irritating. And I think that should be good enough for now, and I can head into the Ice Dragons area. apples do give strength, but I think you maybe only need 25 of them because there's a lot fewer apples in the game. And it might only give +1 strength for all I know.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder.
There we go. Please draw a sword. Oh man, that was like hypercharged lightning bolt. Wine, wine, wine. I don't really care. I'm just gonna kind of ignore all that. Gin. Lightfish has like lockpicks or something in it. Excuse me. There's no way I'm gonna hit that. Kind of a boring chest. Anything up here? Nope. Oh, nope, don't sheath the sword. There we go. Seems like sometimes that lightning bolt is hitting twice with a single attack. Oh, we got invisible wizardmen. How lovely. None of the stuff looks particularly appealing. Alright, we got 2 golems in one spot. If I can get close enough, I think I can get them out of their spell casting and still fight them both. So that time I think
Nothing to be
I
had
triggered
there.
multiple hits again. Like a single swing, a single attack, I think triggered 2 lightning bolts. Even though I did do like an immediate follow-up attack, I think it was still... the lightning bolt was triggering twice from the first attack. Oh my god, so many wolves. And I can upgrade the Claw Beliar again. Nope, please don't attack the lizard men. Attack the wolf that's right in front of me. Thank you. Invisible lizardman. Oh god, oh god. Really great having to fight an enemy that I can't see except through the target lock. I don't get why the DX11 mod glitches that so often. Just random invisible enemies. Alright, so this is where we get... Oh. Kind of a glitched out texture. But we got this message. I don't know what one it is. This one? Yeah. We have left the camp. Now that the barrier is fallen, we will seek out the center of the destruction. Maybe we'll find there the answers we have sought for so many years. Adonais alone knows where our journey will take us. So that was supposed to be kind of like a little Easter egg from Gothic 1 until Night of the Raven came out, when suddenly Satyrus gets reintroduced as an actual NPC as opposed to just a little cameo thing. So even though this is an ice giant, I think he still breathes fire, or ice dragon.
Why do you disturb my rest? Must I bury myself still further, just so you annoying little mites will finally leave me alone? You humans are curious creatures. Swept away by the icy wind of death, there will always be at least one who rises from the ashes, thinking he is destined to be a hero. But that will soon be over. I shall personally see to it that none of you will rise again anytime soon.
Silence! With the power of the sacred eye which has been bestowed upon me, I order you to answer my questions.
Ask away then. Your knowledge will not help you.
Who are you?
I am Finkreg, Lord of Ice and Snow, Guardian of the Congress, and ultimately, your death.
Which god do you serve? What accursed god could ever allow despicable creatures such as you to walk this earth?
Do not trouble yourself trying to understand the meaning of our gathering, little hero. Beliar has not only permitted us to be here, he has even commanded it. Inspired by his holy words, we shall not rest until his will is made deed.
How can I find your master?
He has established his hoard in the solid rock of the halls of Idarath and waits there for his destiny. Until he can restore this world to the order which it has deserved, he waits there in deep meditation, and...
Spare me the details. Just tell me where I can find these sacred halls of Idarath.
Ha ha ha! You disappoint me, little man. So you've withstood all of the dangers and overcome almost all of us, and now you fail in your inability to use the higher knowledge. If Idarath means nothing to you, then you'd better go to your magicians and ask them to be allowed to take care of their worldly needs. For quite obviously, you're not yet ready for the heavy burden of their higher knowledge.
I'm gonna try to do fire rain on this guy.
The power of the eye is
see if it
extinguished,
one-shots him.
and your time has run out.
Alright, it actually doesn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. But my trusty old demon will take care of business while Finkray glitches out on a pillar. Ow. Oh, jeez. Oh no, don't attack the demon, attack the dragon. This is so funky. Alright, that's the last dragon down. Finally. It'd be really cool is if they could give me a King of Sorrel up here. Although Stone Tablet could be potentially cool, especially if it's a Dexterity one. Like Dexterity 3 even? Kinda looks like that's about it. Magic, it's not quite what I wanted. I'll take it though. So, having killed now all the dragons, this will soon bring Chapter 4 to a conclusion. And this will be a really good stopping point for me, but before I call it quits for the night, I need to resolve this quest with Silvio outside the camp here. And then I also want to recharge the Eye of Innos and upgrade the Claw of Beliar before... Why are there a bunch of lizard men back here? Oh, we're just gonna aggro all of them, I guess. Can you please turn and run, you dumbass? There we go. And here we are with Silvio and Bullcoat.
The ice dragon is dead. And now give me everything you have on you.
How about
no? It's me who's going to be famous for slaying the ice dragon. Your small role in this matter is over.
Yeah. And he thought he could fight me. He uses, like, all these NPCs use such crappy weapons. And yet they hit so hard. It's, like, ridiculous. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. That was rough. Oh, that was not what I meant to do. Ivanos recharged. Actually, let me turn in this dragon stuff while I'm here.
I've got news about the dragons.
Report.
I went to the western ice region and did away with the dragon there.
That's good news. Here, I'll give you some money towards your equipment.
It had to happen sooner or later.
All the dragons are dead.
All of them?
So evil has been vanquished forever?
Forever?
No, alas not. Their leader still remains.
Weren't the dragons the leaders of the orcs?
Yes, true, but they also have their own master. We must get rid of him as well.
I damn well can't go. I have to guard the ore, and the cursed orcs are still around as well.
No, they aren't. I
You'll
killed
have to take
literally
care of it
all of
yourself.
them.
I can't help you. May Innos protect you.
And we've already established that there's no orcs behind the barrier. Or behind the orc palisade. Yeah, maybe Oric has dialogue for me.
It had to happen sooner or
Hey,
later.
you! Any news?
Yes, you're our hero.
That was kind of boring, but whatever.
And
He's still unhappy even though there's no more dragons anywhere in this valley.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
Oh, there's a mushroom back there. It's unlikely that I'll get another 50 mushrooms by the end of the game, but just in case. Alright, now I think this will trigger Chapter 5, like as soon as I go through this load zone. There it is, Chapter 5, Departure. So this is the penultimate chapter in the game. Chapter 6 is like the final dungeon in Chapter 5. It's basically the prep for the final dungeon. There's some more quests and things where the world has changed. But mostly you're just kind of getting ready for the last chapter, so this will be where I'm gonna call it quits for the night. It's a pretty good stopping point, and I've been going for almost 3 hours. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.